Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. Thanks for watching. Just want to take you through the forecast for the weekend and into the early part of next week. It's Friday 21st of October update, and this is the chart from westwind.ch. It's valid from midnight tonight, so that's Friday into Saturday, and it's showing low pressure off the west of Scotland, high pressure over Eastern Europe, and this resultant south to southwesterly flow in between. Now through Saturday, cold front coming through western Scotland, through Ireland, bringing out breaks of rain, but the flow strengthening. You can see the ice bars there becoming closer together as the wind turns more into the south. Through Saturday night into Sunday, the cold front manages to get through Scotland and northwest England and West Wales, but as a much weakening feature by then, and in fact by Sunday, the southerly flow pushes that whole frontal system back northwards. Low pressure deepening towards the south of Ireland though, and by midnight on Monday some really strong winds starting to develop across much of the country, with the fronts returning across southwest Ireland and into the southwest UK, bringing some fairly hefty bursts of rain. Now we'll put some more detail on that for the weekend in a moment, but just wanted to show you the 500 millibar flow from weatheronline.co.uk. This is from the GFS model, and I want to show how it changes through the weekend. This is the flow about 18,000 feet, and notice how we've got this ridge look off towards the east of the country. Out towards the west we've got a trough, and as I knock this sequence through, notice how the trough deepens and the ridge strengthens, so we get this kind of pivot effect. As that trough deepens out towards the west, it causes the ridge to the east to strengthen, and it's that ridge towards the east which is going to be maintaining that southerly flow and bringing generally fair conditions across many eastern and southern areas through this weekend. But across the west, look through Scotland, through northwest England, through Ireland, there we've got the jet stream blowing, hence the reason for the more unsettled conditions. So let me take you through the weekend then. Here we are with the chart for Friday at 3 o'clock in the morning. We'll knock this through, and notice how high pressure is over Europe. Here's the rain look affecting western Scotland, northwestern parts of Ireland during Friday afternoon. Now through Friday evening, that's pretty much where it stays. The flow is southerly. I think we could find some bits of drizzle affecting these western coasts during the course of Friday evening and during Saturday morning. Winds generally are southerly, probably of force 3 or 4 across many eastern and southeastern parts. More southerly to south-southwesterly, perhaps 5s and 6s across western coasts of the country, southwesterly 4s and 5s across the east. Through Saturday, that front though edging into western areas. I think these western areas tending to be quite drizzly too, the more concentrated rain western and Scotland and eastern parts of Ireland. Elsewhere it's dry, some sunny spells around, and a southerly wind probably about a force 4, near a force 5 towards northwest Scotland. Cloud bases for those of you flying probably going to be about 4,000 or 5,000 feet, good visibility, so it really does look like a reasonable VFR day across much of England and eastern Wales as well as northern France. But I think going into non to marginal VFR along these western coasts with much lower cloud of 8 to 800 feet to about 1,000 feet, and poor visibility down these western coasts too. Overnight into Sunday, there's that front look edging its way eastwards, brings rain through Wales, perhaps touching the Midlands, northwest England, much of Scotland, southwest England too. Here visibility is going to become moderate, perhaps locally poor. Towards the east though, we've got good visibility. Southerly winds here picking up though around 4s and 5s for most, I think top end 5s in many places. Out towards the west with southerlies at around 4. Through Sunday, still got that front, the remnants of the front for the Midlands, Western England, Northern England, Scotland and Ireland, and I think that could bring bases down to cloud bases to around 1,000 to 1,200 feet with moderate to poor visibility and quite dull drizzly conditions in these areas, particularly up these western coasts. Further east though, we've got good visibility. I think the winds generally southerlies at force 5, perhaps 6s off these western coasts. Certainly the best of conditions down these eastern parts of England, and probably for central England during the course of Sunday afternoon. Now we saw those winds strengthening, didn't we? Look what happens through Sunday evening. They go into the southeast. I think we're looking here at 6s, perhaps touching 7s, perhaps even 8s across western parts of the country. I think outbreaks of rain and cloud affecting southwestern coasts of England, western Wales, western Scotland as well, but staying drier out towards the east. But look at this low that's deepening during the latter part of Sunday. And then through Monday, the GFS model has got this bringing some heavy bursts of rain through Ireland, through Wales, through southwestern parts of England. But Scotland, northern England, eastern parts of England stay fair. Sunny spells here, but a strong southeasterly wind blowing. And then into Tuesday, we find that low off western parts of Scotland. Look, the front is moving its way northwards. The winds decrease as that rain pushes its way northwards. And for many southern and western areas, I think we go into a case of sunny spells and pretty hefty showers, although probably quite a dull and damp day blowing through the channel. Okay, let's just take a little bit further look ahead, and when I can find the right chart for you. That's the one that I'm looking for. This is the precip forecast, the rain forecast for the next week. So this is from today through to next Friday. And notice how most of the rain is down these western coasts, which kind of ties up with what we've been saying. The week after, again, very similar. It's these western coastal areas that gets most of the rainfall. Out towards the east, though, drier than normal conditions. And on the anomaly chart for Friday through till next Friday, similar position really. Drier than normal conditions across much of England and eastern Wales, as well as northeast Scotland, but near normal or above average conditions across western parts of the country and also Ireland. Now the 7 to 10 day mean 500 millibar flow, this is valid from next Saturday through to next Monday, so that'll take us up to Monday the 31st. And you can see on here we've got above normal heights look out towards the east of the country for both the ECMWF model and the GFS model, with below normal heights out towards the west, there and there. Now that gives us reasonable confidence in the idea of the forecast of the flow turning more into a southerly, and those western areas consequently getting most of the rainfall. And this is how the forecast is perceived by the GFS model over the next few days. Let's take you through the weekend into next week. Here's that low look that we were just looking at, and notice how bands of rain are passing their way northwards through Tuesday. The low kind of just hangs around out towards the west through Wednesday and through Thursday too. So again, it's these western areas seeing most of the rain, eastern areas tending to stay drier. Through Thursday, no real change again. We've got low pressure still out towards the west, and it stays that way through Friday and into the following Saturday, with high pressure remaining to the east, low pressure to the west. So I think really what we can take from this pattern is that eastern areas are drier through the coming week, western areas are more unsettled, and the jet stream quite disrupted with that pattern that we can see here, with the ridge out towards the east and the trough staying out towards the west. Hope that's been useful for you. I know there was a lot of information there, so if you need to watch the video again, do watch it. Remember, we get paid for this by the adverts around the screen, so if you do see an advert that you like, click on it, go through to the advertiser and have a look and see what they're offering. Okay, so thank you for watching, keep the sun shining, have a great weekend.